Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so my phone is telling me it's a little too hot for me to use the camera. Yeah, it's hot. It's about 92 degrees, but the fact that it's overheating from the inside out is kind of strange. But I got a nice cold bottle of water pressed up against my phone, so I hope that helps me do what it is that I do here. But as I was telling you guys in the last video, they got cut off because of the heat of the phone camera. This ain't as comfortable walking around right now, and in this American land we're in right now, as we've been talking about genocide. You know, it's just a lot of frustration that comes with the compounding images and circumstances that you continue to see people turn a blind eye to in this place. It just helps you realize that a lot of what people have been talking about in regards to wanting to see equality is just a bunch of lip service and jargon that ain't real. That they actually still want to do the exact same things that their forefathers did in stealing land and annihilating natives. It's just I don't want to tell people that everybody here is bad, because I'm not bad. As you can clearly see, that the interest of my content here is about normalizing calling that wrongdoing, as we try to do in regards to others who've done it in the past. You want to call Hitler the worst guy in the world, want to vilify the Pilgrims, naturally so, for what they did, but then you're going to turn around and do the same thing to Palestinians. It's just, these people who do this believe that this is the only way the world can work, and we have to take land and kill natives, and that's how you expand. You can't broker, you can't live with, and you shouldn't have to. You take, you conquer, and you move and expand. And I just think that that is a primitive way of doing things in 2024. And they know that. They know that. But they're evil, and they have their interests wrapped up in doing it this way and expanding this way. It ain't necessary to do this, but they were proud of their forefathers secretly. They just didn't want all of us to know it. They're proud of the interests of the slave owner. They were proud of the interests of the pilgrim. They were proud of conquerors of the past, and want to continue to move as they did, because they believe they go down in history as something that they should be heralded for. And I just look around and say, so that's who's around you. That's what actually this place is. Y'all didn't learn anything. You didn't want to grow from your mistakes. You don't see another way. You don't want another way. You want to kill, maim, rape, and destroy and annihilate people who are native to certain lands, and instill in them what you consider what's right, which is your religion and your worship of money and your whatever your ways may be. And it's just like, man, this is not the way I want the world to be. I don't think this is the way that many people want the world to be, but the way that the Pilgrims' descendants are acting is as if there was no other way at all. And I'm tired of y'all, man. As a black person, as a native, someone who has Native American blood enriched in my blood, I'm tired of pretending like I'm cool with what you've done or what you're doing. I see y'all as the worst people to ever walk the earth, and I'm not uncomfortable with normalizing that statement, because I know you've made it so that that's absolutely taboo to say. You can't say that, you're a racist. No. I'm identifying something. I'm identifying behavior. And I call it like I see it. And as I see it, it's wrongdoing, constant wrongdoing by the same people over and over again to every land on this earth. And I look over at Sudan and the people in those places that they pillage from, and the way they treat those people, the way they treat their children. And I think that I'm supposed to just normalize it because it's all benefiting the society I live in, when the society I live in is warped into its own comfort and its own vanity in such a way that could care less about anybody else other than itself. I'm sick of every last one of y'all, man. That's how I feel. I really am tired of this. Anybody that's not standing up for Palestine, anybody that's not standing up for rights of people in these places that we've discussed, you make the world a horrible place to live in, man. And the fact that you only care about yourself, only care about your own, only care about what happens to you and your people and your flag, just continues to make this a more difficult world to live in for people who are not like that. Vilifies Islamic people for their faith and for their race and for their creed. And I see their children being decimated by you and your interests, when all they want to do is promote the love and support for one another that I think the world should actually be about. You vilify them, make them out to be the bad guys that you are. I'm sick of it. And I want to normalize, if at all possible, identifying that and still keeping my esteem as a human being that is a good person. Since you have warped that to such a degree to where anybody that points out the evil in you is supposed to see themselves as a terrorist or a terrorist supporter, or you are a liar, a dictator that uses its power for bad. America, that is what you've been the whole time you've been at this. And you have taken all of the people that you've done wrong and either discarded of them or brainwashed them into allowing you to do it to other people. And I am sick of it. I am sick of it. This place is not great. We do have some great people here. I'm one of them. But this is not a great place. And it is run in a very wicked way. And it's a lot of propaganda, a lot of evil, a lot of devil worship, I believe, that ultimately drives this place. And the practices of those who do not love a God, if anything, don't even love themselves. Not really. And so that's what I'm sick of, man. I personally am about ready to say this land deserves to be given to the people it was taken from, bro. And all the people here who were not born native to this land probably should not be here anymore. If we're going to normalize removing people who are settlers in Israel to return the land back to Palestine, you do understand that that is not the only land that's been done. And if we're going to make any damn sense of it at all, it's going to be a lot of people leaving this place we're in right now. A lot of y'all going to have to go back to Europe or wherever the hell you can go. Because at the end of the day, on my soul, you and I both know that this here is not your land. You know that. Just like it ain't mine. A third of it is mine, because I do have Native American blood in me, but there's white in me and there's black in me. And my black people were stolen from where we were at. We did not want to come here and take nothing from nobody. We were taken. And raised here to hate ourselves and love their wealth. Just like Kanye said, that is exactly what it is, to belittle ourselves to this very day for their amusement and for their wealth. We're going to normalize pointing that out. I'm not afraid to tell the truth. I don't know how much time I have on this earth. I'm not going to lie about this. There's nothing normal about what we've normalized in regards to treating people poorly and adhering to the people who did this to us. There's nothing normal about that. There's nothing normal about looking at people who are still committing genocide today and being fine with it in any way. A lot of y'all say, oh, my ancestors slaved you. I didn't slave you, but you're fine with the Palestinians being annihilated. Some of which who aren't even grown people, a lot of which who are children. You're fine with this. So what separates you from your ancestors in my eyes? What separates you from those who enslaved my ancestors? Nothing at all. Nothing. That's the point. You are just like them. BDL 44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.